Hi everyone and welcome back to my channel. I'm Scott and this is part 5 of our Oxygen Builder tutorials for WordPress. We will continue with our last project, creating the footer and the hero area. Before we begin, make sure you're subscribed to my channel. Click on the notification bell to get notified once I upload my next video. I'd like to thank Shibu for pointing out the sound problem. I hope the sound is high enough now. Please let me know in the comments. Also, you can follow me on Twitter and support me on Patreon, where I will be posting exclusive content, tutorials, and reviews, and offer free consultancy starting 1st of August. Now let's start. In the last part, we stopped at the footer area. We added a background color and we stopped there. So let's continue from there. If you don't already join me on Figma and check out this project, please find the link to the project in the description so you can follow up with me. Now let's go back to the Oxygen page and start with the footer. So we created a section and we added a background color to it. Now let's center all the items inside and let's add the first item, which is going to be the logo, and let's add a link wrapper first and add an image inside of that. Go to media library, browse, and choose our logo, and let's give that 150 width and height. Let's go back to our Figma project, scroll down, to our footer area, and let's add the rest of the elements. So first let's add this text over here. Let's go back and let's add a text. Let's paste that in and change the text color to white. We need that to be bold and the size is 24 pixels. So let's change the font size to 24 and the weight is 700. That's good. Now to see the margin between the two elements, this is very simple. You need to go to the inspect here, go to inspect and click on one of the elements and just hover on the other. It's going to give you exactly the margin between them, which is 24 pixel in this case. So let's go to advanced size and spacing and give it a 24 pixel margin. Let's go back. Now we need to add a menu. Let's go to add WordPress menu. Let's make that white. Give it a font size of 24 as well. The weight is 600, I think. Yep, 600. And let's give it a margin of 63. Yeah, that's good. And the spacing between them is 43. So let's go and go to spacing and give that 43. That's good. We can add just 43 on one side, or better yet, we can add 21 over here, 22 over here. So we got a better padding for the hover box if we're going to use one. We're not going to use one, so it doesn't really matter. Let's just add it as 22 just to be consistent and go back. Now we need to add the button, the social icons with a margin of 36 and a padding of 29. So let's go to add and just search for social. Okay, good. Let's just give it the margin first, which is 63, I think. No, 36. Yep, 36. Let's go down and choose the icon color, make it white, and the icon style, let's make it blank. Yes, this is better. To remove the box around the Facebook button, you just need to click on blank twice, and it's going to remove it completely. Now let's see the sizing. It's 24 pixels. So let's go to icon size and change it to 24. And space between icons, that's 29. 29, that's good. And we need to add LinkedIn and YouTube. Now all is good. Now we got to add the text over here with 116 pixel margin. So let's go back, add text, make it white, and see how many pixels it is. It's 14. The font weight is 400. Font size is 14 pixels, and let's give it 116 margin. Yep, that's all good now. Okay, I think all is good. Let's just add span here, or a link first, and I'll make that to my website. Okay, good. And let's add a span and make this one green. Okay, all good. Save. Let's check it out now. Yep, and I think it looks great. So now let's go to the hero area and work on that. Let's just, I think we've got a different font weight here. Sorry. Let's just go to compute it and see the font weight. Or we can, better yet, let's just go back to Oxygen, click on that, and check the typography. We got it at 400. Yeah, this is why it looks different. So let's just go to text and change that to 400. Yeah, now it's more consistent with each other. Let's refresh that. Yep, now it's more consistent. And this over here, I don't really like how it looks, so let's just change that as well and make it 500. Save. Yep, that looks better now. So let's go to the hero area now. We're going to create a design to the hero area, exactly like this one over here. Okay, so let's start. Let's go back, go to pages. Before we do anything, let's just go to settings. Settings reading, and make sure, yeah, that we got home page here. And let's go to all pages now. Go to home page and click on edit with Oxygen. and we got the header and the footer here. Now let's add the design over here. So the first thing we want to do is create this section. Let's go to structure, just to keep an eye on it, and add a section, and let's give it this gradient look. So we got the first color, which is the dark blue. Let's just go to background, gradient. Let's give it this color over here. And the other one is the lighter one, the lighter blue. Let's add another color and give that. And you can see here in Figma, it gives us the exact degree that we're looking for. Yep, we got it now. Let's add the percentages over here. So let's just go to percent and 0.5, and over here it's 49%. That's good. Let's start. Before we start adding the elements, let me just explain this real quick. As you see here, we got the header in blue and we want it overlaid like this one over here. So let's just go to settings, page settings, and you see this option here, overlay header, and let's just choose always and save. And now we got the header overlaid. Let's just go to section settings, advanced, size and spacing, and we have it here at 100 pixel. Let's increase that to 170 just to give it more space only on this page and on this part. So let's start by adding two columns right here, and let's make the first one 45%. Yep, that's better. And let's add a text and call this one white. Let's change the color to white, and let's see, we've got the font, the weight, and the size. So let's do that. Let's add the font size is 288, the weight is 400, and the font, we don't have that font here, but a lot of you don't know this. What Oxygen shows in the font list here is just the most common used fonts for you to use to make it easier, because Google Fonts has hundreds of fonts. So to get to the font you want, you just need to type in the name of the font and it just pops up. So yep, we got the font right here. Now let's add the other elements. Let's add a div and call this one in a class hero features. Okay, and let's add another div inside. Let's just make the first div with 100% width. Okay, good. And the div inside, let's call this one hero feature item, and let's give that 50% width. Very good. And let's duplicate that, go back and make this horizontal. Yeah, that's good. Now let's, in the first div, let's add the icon. If you're using an icon from Font Awesome or Linear, you can just add the icon over here. But we're adding an image actually this time, so we'll go and click on the image and choose the truck here. And let's see, we got this at 60 pixel width and height. So let's make it 60. Now let's just call this first. Let's remove that and let's call this hero feature icon. Let's give it size of 60. And the reason I'm doing that is to make it easier when you are working on different items that you all share the same styles. With adding a class to all of them, same class here, you can just change one and it's going to change all of them together. But make sure when you do the changes that you choose the class, not the ID. So let's go back. I'll show you that in a minute. And add a heading. Let's make this an H3, color white, and add a fast loading, which is 36 and a 500 weight. Okay, good. With a 13 pixel margin. Okay. Let's just add all the text on icons first, so I can show you guys how we're gonna do this. Let's add here feature, hero, feature, title, add class. Okay, good. Now let's go to this part over here, this div, and add another image, media library, browse, and we've got here the oxygen symbol or O, select image, and let's add the class to that. So because we added it before, it's gonna pop up when you search. Just write in hero feature, and we got hero feature icon over here. So let's just click on that, and it's added. And let's add the text. So let's go to add. We added that as a heading, and we chose an H3. And let's just paste that in. Okay. And let's give that hero title. Okay, good. Now let's just duplicate that. Sorry, not this one. Let's duplicate the whole div. Yes, exactly. Now let's change the settings here. We got the hero feature item selected, which is the class for all the divs over here. And let's just make it horizontal. Sorry, let's make it centered. And now we got all of them centered at the same time, which is great. Let's change the icon here to the edit icon. Let's change the text, and also here let's change that and change the icon to this one over here. Let's change the text color to white, the weight to 500, the font size to 30. I think it was 36. Yep, 36. And let's give it margin of 13. And the spacing between those two is 27. So let's just go to the div over here. And because we're going to change only the lower one, let's just go back to the ID and add 27. Yeah, that's good. Now we want to change this text over here and rotate it like this one. So let's do that now. Let's go to Advanced, Effects, Transform, Add Transform, Rotate, and let's do 45, sorry, 105. Let's see how we can do this. A minus 45 is good. So we need now to add margin to these two here. Let's go to div, and give it a margin. Click ID first, go to size and spacing, and let's give it 110. Yeah, this is perfect. And let's go to the other column and add this area over here. So let's copy that. Let's add a heading, make that an H1, add the text over here. Let's make everything centered, sorry, in the middle, and we'll change the color here to white, and weight to 400, text size to 60, and let's change the font. As I said before, just search for the font name, sorry, and you will find it right away. Yeah, that's good. Now let's add the text over here. Click add text and add this. Change the color to white. Text font size to 24. Sorry, 26. Yep. And let's give it a margin of 34 pixels. 34. Now let's add another element, which is the button over here with a margin of 77. Okay, so let's go at the bottom. Give it a margin of 77. And because we're going to use this button again, let's just add here get site button, add class, Now let's change the color to the green. Get site key. Let's make it bold. The font size is 56. Let's add a padding of 50 and 80. So we got padding here as 50 and 80 top and bottom. Okay, and let's give it the radius from borders 12, and we're good. So the last thing we want to do is add the oxygen and Mair logo here. So let's add another div. Let's call this one oxygen Mair logos. Okay, good. And let's give it a margin of, let's see, 109, which is a lot. So let's make that a bit smaller. Let's make it 100. Sorry. The width is 100%. The spacing is, the margin is 100. Let's make it 120. Yep. And layout child elements, let's make it horizontal to the right, in the middle, and let's add the logos. Let's type here hero logos, sorry, hero logo, add. Let's choose the oxygen logo first, and let's make it full. And let's give it a margin of 35, which is good. And let's add the other button, logo, which is the Mair logo, and we've got it here. Okay, good. And let's give it a margin of 100. Hero logo. The text here, this was 28. Yeah. Let's add this to the ID. Oh, better yet, let's go to the div and give a padding here of 50. Yep, this is better. Now let's check out how it looks on the front end. So let's go to front end, and exactly how we wanted it to be. So that's all for today. We've got everything ready. On the next part, we're going to continue working on the home page and finish all the parts over here, and as well as add every section as a reusable part in the templates for you to be able to use it again. So please wait for the next part on Thursday, and tonight I'll be posting another video from the themes and tutorials, themes and reviews playlist, which is going to be about how to choose a WordPress theme, not just from a technical point of view, but also from a marketing and business point of view. So I'll see you guys tonight. If you're just interested in the oxygen tutorials, I'll see you on Thursday. If you like this video, please don't forget to like, comment, and share it, and subscribe to my channel. And if you have any comment on the sound, on the recording, please let me know. I'm new to recording tutorials like this one, so if you guys cannot hear me well or have another problem, please let me know. Thank you.